I was watching Netflix over the weekend and I saw one of these promos, ads, commercials, or whatever you want to call them, between episodes for a completely unrelated series. It was a little annoying, but that said, isn't Netflix entitled to do this?
I mean, Netflix is definitely entitled to do it. I think it's more about content personalization and recommendations and keeping users engaged more so than trying to monetize via advertising, which is what everybody's talking about over the last 24 hours or so. But it's something that I think if they can get right could be valuable to consumers.
Lucas, Netflix is spending a lot of money on marketing. If they could figure out some, other and cheaper way to market their shows, wouldn't that be a huge bonus?
Yeah, it's important to remember a couple things. One is that other networks that are ad-free like Netflix already do this. If you're watching HBO promotes its shows before and after you watch an original one because it wants to remind its viewers what else they have to offer. And then for Netflix, which is just making so many shows, these promotions are, if anything, a sign to talent. There's been some murmurs in Hollywood of late, people feeling like their shows get lost on Netflix because there's just so much new coming out every week. And so if Netflix can find a few other ways to remind its viewers of the new product, that seems like a win for everybody, especially since Netflix lets you skip all sorts of things already, like the introduction to a show.
I do wonder about this, Andre. We've talked about whether we're in a TV bubble, and it seems like there are just so many shows, we've never even heard of because there are just so many. Do you think some good content is getting lost?
Absolutely. I think there's good content that people can't find on Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or any of the other destinations across over-the-top or even traditional television. One of the things that a subscription-based network like Netflix, I'm sure, looks at is what impacts their churn and audience retention. And one of the things that people talked about years ago, which was binge viewing and people watching multiple episodes of the same show continuously. But one of the things that we found in data with some of the subscription networks that we work with, it's actually watching multiple shows is more of an indicator of people keeping a subscription. So I think one of the things that this could also help is then mitigate churn rate as well as allow consumers to find new content.
Now, Bloomberg is also reporting that Amazon is working on a live TV recorder that would circumvent cable companies and plug into the Fire TV box. Is this something, Andre, that you think is going to give Amazon a bigger competitive advantage or more of the same?
Well, it's interesting for a couple reasons, right? So linear television and OTT are converging. You have solutions like the TiVo Bolt as well as Xfinity's X1. So it seems like it would just be a natural evolution of Amazon's kind of go-to-market strategy to really attack television to allow people to do both. But it's not overly exciting to me in any way, to be honest. There's no big differentiator.